Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be showing you how to use the new filter formula in Excel. So before we proceed to the video, if you are watching this video for the first time and if you are interested to learn about Microsoft Excel, then consider subscribing to my channel. Now let us go back to our video. So here you can see I have the sample dataset of departments and also the Indian states and also the revenue. So using the filter formula, we will be working with this data set to get our values. So basically filter function will help you to filter out the values from the given data set here, right? So here this is the syntax of the filter formula. So we have three syntaxes. The first one is array, second is include, and third is if empty. So throughout this video, I will be using the filter formula. So I will be explaining each and every syntax in the video. So in general way, if we apply a filter, if we do the filter process manually, let's say here I want to apply this filter for this data here. So I'll go to here and I'll apply the filter. Now based on the criteria we have here, state for the state of Kerala. So here I will go to the Indian states and select the deselect all and I'll only select the Kerala. So here I got the Kerala state values here. So this is the manual way of filtering, right? Now if I suppose if I copy this data and if I paste it here, right? I pasted it here. Now let us say I want to update this revenue value here. So for clothing, I want to update the revenue value to, let's say, some other value, 35,784. So I updated the value here, but here you can see the value is not getting updated, right? Because we manually pasted this data till here. We manually pasted this data here, right? So this is a static data. It won't get updated later. To make sure that the data gets updated dynamically, we will be using the new filter formula. So here the criteria is state Kerala, which means I want to get all the values that are related to Kerala state, right? Department and revenue. So now let us apply the new filter formula. So in this column, in this cell, equal to FILTER filter. And so here you can see these are the these are the three syntax which we will be working on. So what is array? So array is nothing but your entire data set. So what I mean is you need to select the entire data set here. So that is called array. Now type comma and in the place of include what we want to include here, we want to include the Kerala state here, right? So where do we find this Kerala state? It is there in the B column, in the Indian state column. So what we have to do, we have to select the entire B column here and is equal to this one, Kerala, right? So whenever I change this Kerala to some other state, then my value should also get automatically updated. So that is the correlation between these two functions here. So that is why I selected this cell here, G5. Now once again comma and if empty. So this is optional. If you want to use it, you can, or else you can leave it alone. So for this example, I'm showing how we can use this. Let's say if the value is empty. So let's say if the state is Telangana and if the state is not available here in this data set, then I want to keep it as the I want to show it as value not available, right? Instead of keeping it empty, I want to display this value as not value not available, right? Now close the bracket and hit enter. So here you can see. So again, to recap you, so again this is a split reference, split array reference. So what I mean by that, so if you want to edit the formula, you have to edit the formula in the first cell. You can't edit in other cells because here you can see the formula has been disabled here, right? So this is the split array reference. So here you can see we got the data values for Kerala. Now if I update Telangana here, let us see what we get here. So here you can see, because this Telangana state is not available in this in our data set, it is showing as value not available, right? So that is what we gave here. If empty, then display it as value not available, right? So that is the meaning of if empty. Now let us say, let me take Punjab here. So here you can see the values have got updated, right? So that is the use of this filter function, and this is completely dynamic. Now let me update any value here. So I'll update this value to 43,000 something. So here you can see the value has also got dynamically updated, right? So that is how you can use this new filter function. Now this is one criteria. Now let us check the another criteria. So here revenue greater than. So here let me give some value here. So revenue greater than 35,000. So what does this mean? So if the revenue is greater than 35,000, then uh, I want to display the values here based on the filter formula. So let us use the filter formula. Is equal to filter. Open the bracket again. In the place of array, we have to select our entire data set, comma, and in the place of include, now in our first criteria we were looking at the states, right? But in our second criteria we are looking at the values. Values means revenue column, right? So we have to select this revenue column. Now, so here you can see revenue greater than 35,000, right? So here we have to use greater than symbol, and we need to select this cell here. It is taking the cell differencing, and comma, and again if empty is optional, so we will not be adding this if empty option. We will be leaving it blank, and close the formula with bracket and hit enter. So here you can see whatever the revenue values that are greater than 35,000 are getting displayed here, right? So that is the meaning of this revenue greater than 35,000. Now let us say if the revenue, I want the values that has revenue greater than 45,000. So now you can see there are only four values that are for which the revenue is greater than 45,000, right? Now let us say 50,000. So here you can see we got the calculation error because there are no values that are greater than 45, that are greater than 50,000, right? So now let us go back to 30,000. So this is how you can use this filter formula to for getting this values data, right? And the revenues data. So this is one criteria, and this is second criteria, right? So I hope till here you have understand this filter formula. Now let us look at now let us go back to our second method. So here we were working with our raw data set, right? But now here we will be working with our table data set. So this is actually a table, right? But this is not a table. This is just a data here, right? So to know the difference between a table and a normal data is, see, whenever I click on this table, here you can see a new tab is getting added here, which means this is a table, right? And but whenever I click here, you can see no tabs are getting added here because this is a sample raw data. This is not a table. To convert this into a table, you need to use the Control D option, right? So this is a table. I will also tell you the difference, the advantages, and the benefits of using a table. Now, in this using this table data, we will be getting our we will be filtering the department values here, right? So here in the department values also again, department is clothing, electronics, and toys. So once again, let us apply the filter formula. So filter. Array is nothing but our table data set, and in the place of include, we will be taking the department. We will be selecting the department range here, right? Because the clothing is under department range. And now equal to clothing, right? And if empty is optional, so we will be ending the formula here. Now click on enter. So here you can see wherever wherever there is clothing, we got all the clothing values, and correspondingly we got all the Indian states with their revenues. Now if I update this department to let's say toys, so here you can see the department and the values have also been simultaneously updated, right? Now let us look at the benefit of the table. So let's say I want to add another value here for toys. So here you can observe whenever I add another value here. So let me add another value. So here you can see an additional row has been added here, right? Because I added here another row here for Delhi. So here you can see another value has been added. Let me add the revenue as well. So that is the benefit and advantages of using the table here, right? Similarly, when I do the same thing in this data set, when I try to add any values here, so here you can see the data is not reflecting here because this is not a table. This is just a data set. This is not a table. So that is the benefit of using the benefit of using table, right? So now this is one criteria. Now let us look at another criteria. So here we have two criterias. One is we have multiple criterias, department and Indian states. So till now we worked with only single criteria. Either we wanted only department name, or either we wanted only state name, state values, or either we worked with only the revenue metrics, right? But uh, now here we will be working with multiple criteria. So let us see how we can get this multiple criteria. We have to get both. We have to get both department name and also the Indian states. So let us see how we can apply the filter formula for this. Filter, open the bracket. Again, the array will be same. We'll be selecting the entire data set, and in the place of include, so the first option is toys, right? So whenever we are working with multiple criteria, it is recommended to you to open the to start the array with open bracket and select the department. So department is this one, right? So toys is under department, right? So that is why we are selecting this department here. Now again is equal to toys, close the bracket. So in the place of and, we will be using this star symbol, asterisk symbol, right? And again, open the bracket, and now we have to select the Indian state. So Indian state is in the second column, right? So we have to select the Indian state, again equal to, we need to take the cell differencing of the cell and close the bracket, right? And hit enter. So here you can see we got two criteria. The first one was department, we got the department, and the second criteria was state, and we got the state. Now let us say if I change this to, sorry, let us say if I change this to clothing. So here you can see the clothing and the revenue have got updated. Now let me update this to let's say Delhi. So here you can see the state and also the revenue of the state got updated, right? So that is how you can use the filter formula for multiple criteria condition, right? So here you can see first what we did here, we selected the array, that is the entire data set. Then we selected the department section, and we took the cell differencing of this cell, and again we use this asterisk symbol in the place of and. So this asterisk works as the and here, right? And again we open the bracket and we then selected the B column, that is the states column, and we again took the cell differencing of this cell, and we finished the formula with double brackets. So that is how you can use this filter formula for multiple criteria. Now this is one criteria. Now let us look at this OR criteria. So this was AND criteria. Now let us look at the OR criteria. So in this criteria, either we will be looking at getting the values for Punjab or Kerala, right? So here we will be using the plus sign for OR. So again, let us use the filter formula, that is equal to filter on the bracket. So in the place of array, let us select the entire data set and comma and include what we have to include here. We have to include the state column, so we have to select this state here, and now is equal to Punjab, right? So we are taking the cell differencing here. So again, as I said, we have to always use the open bracket and close it with close bracket, and in the middle we have to use this symbol, and again open the bracket and again select the state value here, right? So again go back here and again select the state, and again is equal to Kerala, and close the bracket and hit enter. So here you can see we got Punjab or Kerala for all the departments, for each of the departments. We are giving two values here, either Punjab or Kerala, right? So that is how a difference it is between the or and symbol. So here we were giving department and Indian states. Here we are giving it optional. Either take Punjab or Kerala values for all the departments, right? So this is how you can use the filter function for or criteria and filter function for and criteria, right? So I hope you understood. So let me recap it once again. So what we have discussed. So we use the filter syntax using these three syntaxes: array, include, and if empty. So if empty is optional because whenever there is square brackets, the syntax take it as optional, right? So we use the filter formula to filter out all the values based on the criteria given here. Based on the state, we are filtering our values, right? And similarly, and all these values are dynamic. You don't have to manually edit these values, right? And here we filter out, and here we use the filter formula to filter out the revenues that are greater than respective value. And here what we did, we filtered out all the departments based on the department given here. We got the department values for each of the state and their respective revenues. And similarly, here what we did, we took another criteria. We took multiple criteria here. One was for department and one was for states, right? Using this asterisk symbol in the filter formula. And what we did here we took the OR criteria, and we used the plus symbol between the two criteria here, right? So this is how you can use the new filter formula to filter your values in Excel. So if you have any questions, then please put it down in the comment section. I will answer them. And if you like this video, then consider subscribing to my channel so that I can make much more interesting videos on Excel. Thank you.